Now, by now, some of you already know that back in November of 2023, there was an article which was released which showed or indicated that NEO's plan for this year is to find themselves delivering 230,000 deliveries. And of course, that report specifically said that that figure exclude their sub-brand, namely Alps Firefly. And we know that this year, it is finally the year we're going to see in Q4 NEO starting with the deliveries of their sub-brand. So we know that from NEO alone, or from the NEO brand alone, NEO is targeting 230,000 deliveries this year. So it means that on a worst case scenario, we could see plus minus 250, including the sales that they would have generated from their sub brand. Now today, ladies and gents, we got yet another confirmation, or sort of like a report or a table confirming the deliveries of all the EVs globally, as to how many vehicles they want to deliver or see themselves delivering, or their target for 2024. And as seen on the screen, once again, we are seeing NEO still with the same figure we saw in November. And I know that these figures, well, are not showing the 230,000, they're just showing 23, which apparently, based on this report, for you to get the actual deliveries, you need to multiply whatever figure you see there by, of course, 10,000. That is what will give you the total deliveries that each of the EV company intends to deliver this year. Now, this is of course the targets which these EV makers send to their supply chains in order for supply chain to prepare all the parts that they would need to be able to deliver such a number. I would presume that obviously this number, they usually give them more than what they expect to deliver, just to make sure that they don't run short of parts or tools to manufacture their cars. So to know that, once again, we are seeing a second confirmation of a report saying that NEO will deliver 230,000 deliveries from the NEO models. Makes me to be really excited. So this report, not only does it show, of course, the 2024 deliveries estimates for these EV makers, but it also shows the total deliveries that these, of course, vehicles generated or reported for the year 2023. Because Leodo 2023, they sold 380,000 cars, and then we've got Xpeng, who sold 140,000 cars, then BYD over 3 million, whilst Tesla sold over 1.8 million. So they also give us the table where we see the total deliveries that these EV makers delivered for the year 2023. So for you to get the estimate for this year, like I said, you just multiply whatever number you see there by 10,000, which will give you the total, of course, the deliveries that the EV makers delivered last year, and their intentions of when you look into the deliveries that they plan to deliver this year. So I'm very excited about these, of course, figures. Especially when looking at NEO, because this alone tells us that from the NEO brand, NEO is looking to deliver somewhere around 230,000 deliveries, and we could see with the sub brands NEO delivering over 250,000 deliveries, as like I said, their intention is to start delivering those models in Q4 of 2024. So I'm very excited about this, and I know that a lot of investors have been complaining about NEO not delivering as we want, but this is a company that continues to grow. I mean, 160,000 deliveries for 2023. It was a 30% increase year over year, which that to me is still a quite decent growth. I'm hoping to see this growth on NEO getting to that 230,000 deliveries for their NEO brands, so that at least they can also meet their target and continue growing, not only from the, of course, sub brand, but also NEO as a big brand also continues growing. I mean, I'm very excited about NEO, and as I've said in yesterday's video, technology wise, one thing that makes me to stay with NEO, or that is making me to see a good opportunity onto the NEO stock, is the kind of cars they are selling with their technology. I mean, technology wise, like I said, there's no EV maker globally that can compete with NEO when it comes to technology. NEO, it is the leader in this technology, and those people that have been complaining about NEO burning cash, it is of course so that NEO can make sure that technology wise they remain at the top of their game. I mean, we are seeing even from their latest, of course, flagship model, the ET9, its capabilities. When you look into the chassis or suspension, it is showing that NIO indeed is not wasting this money, but rather they are investing so that they can make their car look so good, look beautiful, be so fast, and it brings comfortability to those that buy the NIO cars. I'm very excited about this stock, and I hope that the share price will also recover as we see more and more deliveries. I mean, personally, for this year, I would really like to see NIO, of course, per quarter not selling anything less than 50,000 deliveries. And I think it's possible, especially looking at the fact that the last 2 quarters of 2023, we saw NIO delivering over 50,000 per quarter, which that tells me that it's possible. We can see, or we could see NIO continuing with that momentum for the rest of 2024 and get to their target of 230,000 deliveries for their NIO brand only. With the sub brands, I know this is what so many of the investors are patiently waiting for, because we know that will drive, or those sub brands will drive a lot of sales, because they are the mass market, or they are targeting the mass market. And technology wise, like I said, we know that they will be filled, or they will be top when it comes to technology, which is something that will make them to be very competitive. I mean, I'm very excited about the sub brands. The sub brands, to me, it is the biggest catalyst for 2024, and I cannot wait to see NIO start with the deliveries of all those sub brands. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell at least to get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And before you buy NIO for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. I know there are investors that are complaining about share dilution with NIO, but it takes money to make money. But I think it's high time that NIO really now they focus on to generating more sales, which is something that, ladies and gents, they said in the second half, sometime in the second half of 2023, so that they want to focus more on sales and make sure that they generate some good deliveries, which so far so good. I would like I said, to see the momentum continuing for the rest of 2024. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.